Imagine it's day 7 of your new diet. You learn the rules, but more importantly, you followed the rules. Most of the time. But who cares about rules because it's go time, baby. Today is day 7, weigh-in day. You finally get to see the results of all your hard work. And with a 3-pound drop, you're feeling great. And even though your diet is a little more strict than you prefer, losing 3 pounds in 1 week is completely worth the effort. And then day 14 rolls by and you're down another pound. Not as great, but still good. Fast forward to day 21. Well, it's not as exciting because your diet is starting to wear on you. You still put in the hard work, so it'll obviously show, right? Right? Right up until you watch in horror as your scale goes up. Wait, how? Why? What? How? How can your scale be up an entire pound when you worked so freaking hard all week? You think maybe it's a fluke, so you do it again the next week. And nothing. Your freaking scale hasn't moved not even 1 freaking ounce. So here you are, a full month into your diet, and you've already hit the dreaded weight loss plateau. And now all you can think about is how to get out of this stupid plateau. The good news is there are some simple changes you can make to get your scale moving. But before we talk about 4 things you need to change to bust through your weight loss stall, we need to chat. Because not all weight loss stalls are created equal, and thinking that they are will keep you stuck. So first, what is a weight loss plateau? When you ask the average dieter what she considers a weight loss plateau, she'll probably say when your scale doesn't move. And Dr. Google agrees, stating that a weight loss plateau is when your weight stops changing. But what does that even mean? Does a plateau occur when your scale doesn't move for a day, a few days, a few weeks, or even a month or more? Well, there's no consensus when it comes to an official plateau length. Something you need to understand is that you won't lose weight every single day. In fact, your body is going to lose at the pace that it wants to lose. You could do everything in your power to drop 10 pounds this month, but if your body decides that it only wants to let go of 3, then you have to accept it and figure out how to keep making steady progress. And let's not skip past that very unrealistic goal of losing 10 pounds a month every single month. While some women can lose 10 pounds or more in the first few weeks of a diet, that's not 10 pounds of fat. Much of this loss is the water weight that you lose at the start of most diets, especially if you're following a low-carb diet. After that initial loss, it's not realistic to expect to lose 10 pounds each and every month. Expecting this continued rate of weight loss is a horrible goal for most women, and it's a goal that will set you up for failure with whichever diet plan you follow. But when you adjust your expectations and set out to lose somewhere between 2 to 6 pounds per month, this is much more realistic. This is especially true when you add strength training to your fat loss plan, since you're more likely to experience body recomp. And this is when you add muscle at a similar rate as you lose fat, which is a great place to be in order to build a stronger metabolism. So now that your goals are more reasonable, reassess your plateau. Are you really in a weight loss plateau? When you look at the averages of your weekly weigh-ins over the past 4 weeks, did you lose somewhere between 0.5% to 1% of your total body weight each week? Or if the scale stayed the same, are your clothes getting looser while your lifts are getting stronger? To put this into context, if a woman starts her diet around 150 pounds, a steady rate of fat loss is somewhere between 0.75 to 1.5 pounds per week, which is only 3 to 6 pounds per month. Now for a 200-pound woman, this is more like 1 to 2 pounds per week or 4 to 8 pounds per month. So if you're a 200-pound woman who lost 4 pounds last month, or you're closer to 150 pounds and your scale only went down 3 pounds, you're not in a weight loss plateau. You're actually right where you're supposed to be. And since weight loss isn't linear, that doesn't mean that you'll lose even 1 pound each and every week. Your weight loss could look more like you lose 2 pounds your first week, and then maybe you regain 0.5 pound your second week. Maybe you lose another 1.5 pounds your third week, and you only lose 1 pound in your fourth week. So even though you didn't lose weight every single week, you still averaged a loss of 4 pounds over a month, which is 4 pounds lighter than when you started. If you're among those who complain about only losing 4 pounds in a month, please stop, especially since this is what 4 pounds of fat looks like. And you just lost that with a moderate approach where you're like 1 billion times less likely to regain everything that you just lost. Plus, now that you understand how to do that in month 1, you can turn around and do it again in month 2, month 3, and if you keep going, Here's where you can be by the end of your first year. But if you keep giving up because of slow weight loss, or because you think only losing 0.5% of your weight each week is too slow, this is where you're likely to end up after a year's worth of frustration and hard work. And this scenario only takes into account if your scale is actually moving down. What about the women who are doing everything right, but you still can't get your freaking scale to budge? Should you throw the thing out the window and give up on dieting altogether? Nope, that's probably not the solution to get past your weight loss plateau. But even if your scale doesn't move, or worse, it goes up, that still doesn't mean that you're in a plateau. Have you taken into account your weight training program? Because if your goal is to keep off what you lose, adding resistance training is the best thing you can do for long-term fat loss. It is not, however, the best thing you can do to get the scale to go down. And that's because muscle weighs more than fat by volume. So when you gain a pound of muscle, but your scale stays the same, that means you lost fat, but you gained more lean muscle. It also means that you just sped up your metabolism while shrinking your waistline, even if your scale didn't change an ounce. So a scale not moving down isn't the best way to determine if you're in a weight loss plateau because of body recomp. To account for any new muscle gain, the only way to determine if you're in a weight loss plateau is to make sure you're also tracking body measurements, perhaps finding a reliable method of tracking body fat, taking progress photos, and paying attention to how your clothes fit. If these are all moving in the right direction on a month-to-month basis, then you're not in a weight loss plateau, no matter what your scale says. Now, notice what I just said, month to month, which means you have to be patient and analyze your results over a longer period than just a few days. Okay, so let's say that you are patient and you have a system set up where you track and measure all of the right things, and over the course of a month, nothing changes. What can you do to break your weight loss plateau? Now, a lot of gurus are going to tell you to slash all your carbs or add more intense cardio, maybe even to fast longer. But I'm willing to guess that if you're stuck in a weight loss plateau, you've already tried all of these things. And these are really all just hacks that help you get to the same place, and that's eating less calories than you burn. So instead of completely rearranging your life and testing out hacks that you probably won't stick to past a few days, let's talk about 4 things to dial in order to get your scale moving again, be it at a steady and reasonable pace. And you can learn the 4 things you need to do to get out of a weight loss plateau in this video.